My name is Clara Elena Rodriguez Torres, and we're here today to discuss my time in ICE detention in Hudson County. I'm one of those detainees that's considered a criminal alien. I've had a long criminal record dating back to when I was 13 years old, and that put me eligible for removal from this country. Okay, so I was actually arrested for the deportable charge in 2007. And it wasn't actually deportable because I didn't do any time at the time. I got arrested again for a minor fight, and that's when immigration came and wanted to deport me because I had that charge on my record, and they finally caught up to me.
And you were detained when?
I was detained from September 2016 to February 2018. My experiences in the beginning, I was devastated. I was like, oh my God, they're taking me away. I was seeing a lot of guys from my hood, and like when I would go on visits, and I'd be like, don't worry, go do your time. I'm coming home to Jersey City. But deep down inside, mentally, I was broken. I was broken. I'm glad that they have the Keeping It Real program, which it helped me focus and develop myself as an individual, where I can go ahead and focus and develop myself in order to fight that case. That gave me the strength. Process of elimination. I could have been put in Bergen County Jail, but my classification status didn't allow it because I didn't get deported as much as the other people. I could have went to Louisiana, and I could not picture my family going to Louisiana, or other people's family going to Louisiana from New York, going to Louisiana from Jersey City, and the place being here is good because at least you're closer to your family. You're being taken away for a moment, but you're not being taken away and taken far. Okay, so the protesters, I really, really thank you for what you're doing, and I understand that you're very passionate about immigration issues, but one person in the freeholders meeting, she stuck out to me like a sore thumb, and her name was Taylor. She went and she was attacking the freeholder because the freeholder had her citizenship. That's not how you're gonna get somebody to talk to you. You understand what I'm saying? I understand you couldn't probably handle being in there, but a lot of people adjusted just fine and came out to become greater when they came out of these doors, But you guys make us look helpless, like we're in there getting beat up and attacked, and it's not like that. And I don't want to diminish anybody's story, but my story didn't go like that.
Did you have any issues with correctional officers inside?
Yes, I did. I did have issues with correctional officers. One got upset because she didn't want people to go to the law library, and that's a national detention standard. We were allowed to go to the law library. She shook the place down, and she was suspended on site. You know what I mean? So I did have problems with officers, but those problems were handled. I did have a problem with one officer that he wanted to watch the football game, and he sent me down to suicide watch. You know what I mean? And that right there, that's what made me feel like, wow, I don't even got control of myself. And even if I tell somebody that, that's not me, they're not going to believe me. They're going to believe somebody else. So I had to take that control. Ever since that day, and that was in the beginning, ever since that day, I took control of myself. I have a neutral position on it, okay? And it's like, I feel like, how can the county that houses the Statue of Liberty, because 2 Communipaw is the address of the Statue of Liberty, Jersey City, New Jersey. So how can the place that houses the Statue of Liberty to protect all the immigrants, the huddled masses yearning to be free, house goes ICE detention facility. You know, that's like boggling. But then again, if it wasn't for that facility, my family wouldn't have close access, my lawyer wouldn't have close access to me. I wouldn't be able to, you know, take part in something that was great. And it was that program that helped me become and actualize myself. Those people in the administration, the freeholders, they hands are tied. Because the ICE contract specifically states all they got to do is house us. The computers that they have in the multi-purpose room do not belong to the county. They belong to ICE. Have ICE, you know what I'm saying, upgrade those computers. Have ICE give more funding to, you know what I'm saying, the programs like Keeping It Real and expand stuff like that. But that's not something that the freeholders could do, or Edwards. Edwards can't do that. ICE has to do that because all they're responsible for is housing us. We have to be the ones, well, you know, the people that are in there have to be the ones to take advantage of the law library, to take advantage of the different things that they have available for us. Let me tell you, yes, there are. Yeah. There are. And, you know, it's about 1% of the population, because the other 80% is a lot of people that came into this country for a better life, and then these laws had them up in ICE roundups, or they were working and they got caught up in a factory. A lot of these people in here are not bad hombres. A lot of these people in here, they're here because of their documentation. A lot of them are not even violent felons. If you really want to support the detainees, I feel like get in contact with people like First Friends, you know, that they have access to the jail, and you know, they're the ones that are always on the front lines, and they always have something to help the detainees, because they also have a visiting program. They have a visiting program, and they can't do the visiting program right now because of, you know, the jail getting shut down a lot. But if you want to write a detainee, or if you want to send them cards and stuff like that, get in contact with First Friends of New York and New Jersey, and they'll be able to help make that connection.